Well, good morning, Rebbe. How much time do we have until what time do we have today?
15.
15 minutes?
15.
Okay, I got it. Now, so we're going to look at this. I got the Tikunei Zohar. So I prepared some from the Hakdama, which we've been through before, but I looked at the first page and went through a couple of things there. There's lots of stuff there. Uh, One thing I wanted to show for myself was I had to look up at the bottom of the opening page where it says the Mamaor, the opening place, it says the Tikunei Zohar. Down at the bottom, he had some abbreviations between the name of this rabbi is Daniel Biton. And so the first couple of letters that are there, so I didn't know it. It sounds like Allah Shalom to me. So I looked it up. I tried to work on it. I got the Eved Hashem, Daniel Biton, Svardi Tahor. I haven't seen that before, so I assume he's an SY. He's a Syrian. Okay, let's go to the opening page, which is on page Bet. Page Bet. There's a lot on this page to work with. There's a lot here. I guess we could read the Pirush Rahut is really pretty simple. So looking at the page, he has also, there's everything on this page is worth looking at. On the opposite page, on page Gimel, you have something here which he calls the Ziva Zohar, where he actually brings the stories brought in the in different places of what happened with Rebbe Shimon. If you wanted to read it, at any rate, I'm trying to get this a little off balance here. There's better. Okay, let me get this focused. Then we could read the Pirush. I want to read everything on the page. It says Pirush Behir. He said Masuder Sefer Hatikunim. You see where I'm at? I'm at the very beginning of the Pirush Behir there. He says Miseder Sefer Hatikunim Makdim Lahasker Es Inyan Brichus Rebbe Shimon Rebbe Elazar Beno L'Ma'ara B'Midbar Alod. Shesham his gal lechem eliyahu nabi zohar letov pamayim biyom. He learned with him twice a day. V'limed osam es sodas haTorah. So I guess we'll just start going down through this. I don't know. Do you want to read the Ziva Zohar, which tells the stories? There's actually two different parts here.
Not necessary.
I said it's not necessary. Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into some of the detail that he has here. So first we'll read the Pirush Rahut, and I'll translate if necessary. Is Rebbe Shimon Azach Lev Arach Lamadbar Lod? So he went on his way. He says that he flew to the Madbar the Lod. Now, okay, Lod without the Vav is the number 34, which is like the day after. I think this. That's all. It's like the day after Lag BaOmer. So he's like on the Madbar the Lod. Rebbe Shimon Halach Halach Lo Ubarach Lemidbar Shalod, and he went there. V'Iskeniz B'chad Ma'arta, going on. Huv Rebbe Elazar Berei. So he said Is Rachish Nitza. So this word Rachish Nitza, Rachash in Hebrew, doesn't it mean noise? But I don't know. But anyway, he says Nasa Lechem Nes. A nes was made for them. Nafek Lahom Chad Charuv, and came out for them a cherub tree. So he said V'chad Ma'ayin Demaya. Achli, they were able to eat. Mehachu Charuv. V'shased Mehachu Maya, and they were able to drink from that water. V'hoya Ochli Ma'osa Eitz Charuvim V'shosim Mimeme Osa Ma'ayim, they were able to wash and eat. He came 2 days before, twice a day. V'olif lom, and he taught them. He says, nobody knew about this. It was completely and totally hidden. V'lo yadashun adam heichon heim nimsoim. V'amar ha'mesader ki as hemshech ha'inyan, he says timsa v'zohar chadash and parshas tavo, etc., the rest of that story. So let's read down this again, continuing on just a little bit more, and see some more things, because we'll pick up the Bir Zohar here, would be nice, and see what it says. It says there's information here. So let's see, where's number bet? Okay, I guess so. Okay, let's say, V'da is, so excuse me, light print. He says, Inyan SEFER Tikunei Zohar, Hushivim Pirushim, of 70 different explanations, Shivim Panim the Torah, in the aspect of the 70 different faces of the Torah. Shadarish Rebbe Shimon, B'Tevis Bereishit, the Rebbe Shimon, using the word Bereishit. So now he says, V'da Iskari Tikunei Zohar. This is called, therefore, the Tikunei Zohar. The Ihu, because the Tikunei Zohar, Shivim Anpim L'Oraisa, which he said previously in the introduction, Shivim Parmin the Torah, the Farish Rebbe Shimon Bar Yochai B'Milas Bereishis, that he explained on the word Bereishis. Shechab Pirishosam Rebbe Shimon explains, B'Sisrei Oraisa, he's going to explain secrets of Torah in regards to this. So now we'll look up above, and we can kind of like pick up number Aleph in the Bir Zohar. We're going to look at this now. So the Bir Zohar says, Rebbe Shimon also leva arak lamadber the lov. So he says, Tikunei Zohar, Nisake Lemei Elul, was actually put together, I guess. He says Nisake, and there's a possibility of what it means there, but it was for the days of Elul. For Serasi made Tshuva, so there's actually, it goes through the Serasi made Tshuva to the learning of the Tikunei Zohar. V'kein Kosev V'kisa Melech, he said about the Masach Rishona, V'ashniya, he says, Ki Limud Tikunei Zohar, B'chodesh Elul, Metachar HaGuf HaNeshama. The Skulaz of the Karav Kates HaKa'ula, what it can actually do, it can bring the end, the time of the redemption, B'meicha B'meinu. Okay, Ramos the Inyan Dati, the Nias Dati, so there it seems like to me. B'tiki also at the very beginning, Rebbe Shimon, it says Rebbe Shimon, so he says, Azel le v'arak l'madbra, Rosh Chodes, if you take those words, Azel is Aleph, Lamed, Vav, and Lamed. Rosh Chodes are Elul. So there you see that the word Elul is in there. Sorry. In the same way that we had over there, Ki Elul Ramos B'Kosev, and this Va'asher Lo Sada, so he actually has another pasuk there, that he didn't wait, that it was a person, I guess, wasn't in line or lying in wait. He said, Makom Asher Yanu Shama, and I placed for you a place where you can run away to. So this is like you're in the Dachos, I guess. Remez Azil Le Va'arak L'Madber Knizker V'Haven. So he says there's in the Berach Chailori L'Chairoi, they talk about that. So that's the idea. If he's going, is the same idea that he's saying over that you have over there in the case of the Ir Nadacha, so the person is fleeing. V'atam Shuchutz Rebbe Shimon L'Broch L'Midbar. So the reason for that, Ein B'Likutei Chashas, he says in Reish Shabbos, we're over there, Ki Rashbi Choyin Nitzatz B'Moshe Rabbeinu. Rashbi actually was a spark for Moshe Rabbeinu. So he's a Rosh Rabbeinu Olav Shalom, like a Moshe Rabbe Baruch Mecherev Paro, V'Hasig Shlemoso Sham B'Midbar. He had to go into a desolate place. Kak Rash Rabbe Baruch Mevdecha B'Keser, so he had to do the same thing. Mamaor B'Midbar the Lov, V'Hasig Shlemoso Sham Ayin Sham. So now I just pointed out that I think that the concept of this word load is hidden in some way, because where is load exactly? Or is it somewhere around Meron. I mean, I didn't think so. I thought Lod was down near the airport, but that's maybe modern day Lod. I don't know. So now we'll go on. So he says number base. This gets more this better. This is a very wonderful choice here. So he says Achle Mahachi Charuv V'Shasa Mahachu Maya. So he names a Mamaor b'Sefer. Let me see how this works here. The SEFER. Here we go. The SEFER Midrash Talpiot Aleph Charuv B'Zel Lashono. This is interesting. He says, "Cause of Li Chacham Hashalom Rav Yaakov Paraji Nero Shesham Rav Yosef Biosh Shekiva Rabbi Yochanan Galanti." He says here all these names. He says, "Sheshama Mipi Kodesh Medaber Rav Moshe Galanti Zal Shekiva." So I guess maybe I skipped it. It's right. It's right. Sorry. Shekiba Machazakena Shekiba Ish Bifi Ish Ad Rashbi Zilha. So he says She'ilin Charuvim Shoyer the Rashbi Mamaor Erev Shabbos Hoy Nehefach Le'ilin Shel Tamarim. So it would switch and become a date tree, a date palm. He says V'Kosev Alzecha Machaber. He writes on this. That the copier said Mitzazech b'Medrash al Megillus Esther b'Zecha b'Loshen Rashbi v'Olazar b'No k'Shachay b'Mara hoy Ochli Charuvim v'Tamarim. So this is a big chiddush. Let me bring this down a little bit more. So he says, going on. So he said, "Is in the Gemara. We have also in the Gemara." She'im Berach Brachach Birchas Hamazon al Tamarim, that if you make a Birchas Hamazon on dates, Yatsi Yedecha Vaso, it's like your Birchas Hamazon. Kaven the Tamarim Mizan Zaini. I guess they fill you up in the same way. They give you the nurture that you need, the same way from bread. It's interesting. Let me see that the word Tamar. I've seen it in the Kriya Shemala, the Mita in the Rashash, that it's actually 2 times the number 320. So Tamar, Yehuda's wife, must have been a real barrel of laughs. As 2 times din, a heavy din. That's what produced the Mashiach. Okay. Anyway. V'chein nipsach b'shulchan aruch, it also says that because of a prima godin, that the fi zecha v'yesh lomer the efshar that says b'tamarim. So therefore, going into the halach of it, it's possible. Therefore, he says to use this as make a meal out of it, as a basis of a meal. Yedei chodesh kiddush b'makom suda. So you could do it for that. A kiddush b'makom suda ye'un sham. The fi devarav muver and shva shafer. The man how is it that this idea that it switched? Because Erev Shabbos, the Elul Shel Tamarim. I mean, this is tremendous. I don't really know what the kruvim that we get at Tu B'Shvat. It's hard and difficult to eat. I don't know how they ate it. Maybe they boiled it, or maybe when it's fresh, it's not hard like that. I don't know, but I could see why you would want to switch this. However, it requires a miracle to do that. Going on. B'al Erev Shabbos the Elul Shel Tamarim, K'dei sheyuchol l'kayim mitzvah shlosh suda shel Shabbos, a person could fulfill that. Le'v'zechet movin man shemuba be'itrat zuta, so then we can understand what's over there. Sh'Rebbe Shimon heid al atzmo lefi kol ha'shemas shebo Megan Aiden. Okay, let me go back again and read it again. V'zerah muva masha muva be'idra zuta, where it says Rebbe Shimon heid al atzmo lefi kol ha'shemos shebegan Aiden. There I skipped something in Gan Aiden. He said this in front of all the neshamos. He said the Shmoah Gilui Yesodis, and they all came to hear the revelation of these secrets. Shemiyom Umda Lo Biton as Shlosh Udas Shabbos. So because that the moment I guess it came to his mind he had to have 3 meals on Shabbos. So he actually had a Shabbos meal there. He laid out while he was eating the dates. Ray old b'shas and shuva v'yizra yitzchak shedan im after the hokich mekam sheafter the tzeis yidei chavasa shlosh sudos gam b'cheruvim. If you could do that also with cheruvim, I guess there's a position on that. Let's go on to the next one, number Gimel. Number Gimel. So there's a big chiddush. I guess probably lots more to say about that, but V'da iskri Tikunei Zohar. So going back to number Gimel, he says this book is called the Tikunei Zohar. So he says v'hakdama zekis melach. He says hiksha lama nikra sefer zeh davka sefer Tikunim. Why should it be called specifically that name? So if you would say that this is because when you're working on it, you're making a yichud there. I guess that's what he means. This is correct in regards to any limud Torah, whatever it would be. So what makes this so special that you would put that name on it? So you said, I think we have what? Are we out of time?
No.
Okay, how am I? 10 minutes? Yeah. All right, anyway, it'll be over when it's over. V'tirid shom al pi divrei Rizal, so it says over there, Shabir Shemash Rashbi Ozik Harbe B'Sefer Tikunim. I mean, obviously he worked very hard on this. Mispar Cotton, and he says he looked at it. I don't know exactly how this works out. It didn't spell it out good enough for me. He says Mispar Cotton. Maybe he means that he's taking the word Bereishit and he's breaking it down. I'm not sure. Hulafisha Mispar Cotton, and he says a fact that when you use Mispar Cotton, which I'd like to see what he meant by that exactly. Hu besod ha'asiyah. This is the secret of olam asiyah. V'inyan sefer tikunim, he the sakin is olam asiyah. That's the whole idea, is to make a tikkun in the physical world, where the one we live in. I'm not sure what the difference between that is and the difference between making a tikkun in the upper world, which will lead to a tikkun in this world. But at any rate, that's the language he says. V'lefi zecha v'bira kisei melech sh'lechein dafka sefer zecha v'nikra sefer tikunim. Kevin she'ikra hatikun sorek hub olam rasiyah. That's where you really need to make things straightened out. She'belem madar haklipos, because in the world we live in is the word where the klipos live. V'chashkina tzricha l'redes the sham. Shkina has to go down into that mess, into that mix. V'la'asach v'la'asof nidche alecho, and so those pushed away parts of kedusha have to be gathered up together. V'chein ikur misha zeichel l'saken as tikunei shchina hua osik b'sefer zeh ein sham. Nice background. Number Dalet, he said the inin shivim anpin lo raisa the farish Rebbe Shimon Bar Yochai. Yedua sharaya mehem neruhu shlomed im Rashbi. Now, where did this come from? So he said, we just heard that Eliyahu Navi learned with him, but here he says it's for sure that Moshe Rabbeinu learned with him. And it says, mat me'elokem. So he says that it's short a little bit, or it lasts a little bit between me'elokem. It has this word ma'at. He wants to darshan it. So he said, the Moshe Rabbeinu zochel lemem tes ponim. So that's 2 of the letters of the word ma'at. He was zochel to 49 different faces sheb'Torah sheb'chasav in the written Torah. Come along the Rashbi, zochel ayin ampin. That's the middle letter of the word, like the word ma'at. It's like the concept of sod is inside of the 49. So you have the 49 faces of the Torah sheb'chasav, and here inside of that is this ayin anfin rasi d'oraisa. V'zecha v'mat, that's the mem, tes, and the ayin in the middle. V'heim hashlimer hachisaron v'chabagam shel adam berishon. That's what this does. It says the begam that was caused by our forefather. She'olov ne'emer l'tach tzarechol ma'at melokem, because he's a little bit short of being an elokem. That means perfect. Etzel Moshe ne'emar. It says this in regards to Moshe Rabbeinu. Each Elohim l'chein pirish b'shivim anpin, because therefore it's explained in 70 different ways. We still have time?
6 minutes.
Oh, really? I got this all. I misunderstood you. I thought we had 15 minutes total. Okay. Well, let's go on a little bit more. Let me see something. Just trying to get used to what he's doing. He has a very long site reference section here where it says ha'aros v'ha'aros. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ha'oros, but v'ha'aros. And there's some interesting things in there too. They're site references, but as they say. So let's go up to the Pirush here at the top. And let's say Arayim Mehim Mazares as Rebbe Shimon the Haverim. Arayim Mehem, there's Moshe Rabbeinu. He says learning with Moshe Rabbeinu. The Haverim the Drosh Besodas Torah. The Dorish Aleichem as a pasuk Hamaskilim Yaskira Bezorakia. And it's going to introduce this idea. He said of Omer, Ki nitna lechem v'lekolchem is kapsim imachem, so it was given to them, all of those gathered around them, sham rishus legalad b'sodas haTorah. So this important idea. So let's see what it says. He says, U'kashadarish Rebbe Shimon b'sodas elul, hoise himon neshamas Moshe Rabbeinu v'harayim mahemna. So he had, I'm not sure what he means. He says, Hose Imo was with him at the time he was making this drash, the neshama of Rosh Rabbeinu. So he doesn't say Nishmas Rosh Rabbeinu, the Rebbe Shimon. So he said to Rebbe Shimon, Kum, get up, Rebbe Shimon. Aftach milin kamei shechinta. He's the one that says, open up your words and begin to speaking about the words of the Shekhinah. Pasuk the drush b'divrei b'torah l'fi Shekhinah. So he began to do this drush before, according to the Shekhinah. Pasuk the Rayim Mahemdan remember began again. He says v'omer hinei ne'emer b'Daniel. It says v'chamaskilim yaskira gazoralkia. That's a phrase over there, Daniel. V'gomer v'yesh the drush as a pasuk b'ofen zeh. So I'll explain it like this: v'chamaskilim. Who are the maskilim? Elin Rebbe Shimon v'chavrayim. Ve'elochem Rebbe Shimon v'chaverim, as hem yazkiru v'ya'iru kad is kanshul le'me'eved ha'chibura, and they shone, like great light as they got together to be able to make this publication. They got together to make this kibur. Because they got important. Excuse me, what's the right word? Permission. Rishus nitna lechem was given to them. Ula Eliyahu, and also to Eliyahu. So let's see, where is this? Eliyahu. Imahon, along with them. There it is. Eliyahu hanavi imahem, he was with them. So therefore, nishmasim the mesivton lenachlo benaychu v'chein v'kol neshamas hatzadikim should be yeshivos shel ma'ala. So this concept of the yeshivos ma'ala, they all came the reddest for the chiyos benechem to be in their midst. V'chein ma'alchaya v'chein l'kol ha'malachim nitna rishus, the chiyos benechem were given rishus to be between them. So all of these people, all of these neshamas, it was a pamalia shel ma'ala was there. At the same time, behind it is kasia u'bu'urach seichel b'his kasos. He says b'his kasos b'helam b'derek hasagash sichlis. So that was hidden. Let me just get this word again. He says miskasos. They were there together, hidden. B'helam Ubaderek Hasaga Sichlius, and they were there in a way that was all mind. That's my translation. Now he comes over. We still have 1 minute, or that's it? Well, I lost track of where we're at. If we go back to the Ha'aros, the Ha'oros for Ha'aros over there, number Gimel, and he quotes the Kisei Melech. What did I didn't really mark it up good. I was learning this on Shabbos, so I have to go back and forth. Here's number Gimel. You have in this he has Gimel without brackets, and he has letters with brackets. This is number Gimel. He said, "V'amalo harayim behemla the Rebbe Shimon." That's where we have the Kisei Melech and the Be'er L'chayla Riho Bepirish Ben Yahu Kosov Ki Eliyahu Anavi Omer Kain, that he's the one that said this. Shenish Lechem B'Midishamayim, the says Rishus the Rashbi. This is why he came. V'Chaveru the Rosh Chodes Elul Torah. That's why he came. He came to give them Rishus to start talking, or start revealing. Became Kasav B'Gos Martzor. He says over Kisei Melech. I don't know. Dacha Pirish is that. Push this aside. What was exactly the difference? So that was over there, a continuation what's been talking about here. Because of this is not really a problem. Okay, seems like Rebbe cut out. That was time. And so we'll have to pick this up, the rest of this, on the way back.